Hello, I don't normally like doing two. Was it worth buying back to back? I've just done a one for Chef, so check out Chef and then check out this. Friday the 13th, I've just seen it advertised for £5 on Music Magpie and it looks suspicious. Just got to, all I'm going to say is it looks fucking suspicious as a link. It's one of these ones where it looks like a slash price and it looks like a really old graphic. I haven't bothered screenshotting it, but yeah, Music Magpie is normally alright for getting a hold of older films and free delivery, but like going back to the Hard Rain where they were trying to charge £40 fucking for a used Blu-ray, I'm like, fuck right off. So yeah. So the reason why I'm doing this is I watched this a few weeks ago on Friday the 13th. The whole world posted about Friday the 13th. I've actually got I'm part of the crew. I've got a Friday the 13th tattoo, which you get on Friday the 13th for £13. Now, the reason why I'm going to do this for is I watched the first one and I enjoyed it, and then I watched the extra features on the first one, enjoyed it. I have done a review for every single Friday the 13th. And you know, you look back and you go, should I really have dropped that many reviews at once? Because I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago I dropped all Friday the 13th reviews, all the way up to the remake, probably even Crystal Lake Memories. Boom. It was Friday the 13th. But what happened was, like, that box set right there, okay? So Friday the 13th, now going back to a gentleman I was talking to on the Evil Dead comments on Was It Worth Buying. That's before I deleted that one by mistake and had to re-upload them. We were talking about film franchises within the UK, and obviously Halloween is a big one because there's a Halloween box set and it's all over the place at the moment with Halloween. Nightmare on Elm Street seems safe keepings, you can get them, but they do get weird. It's like No Wrong Turn, there's now No Final Destination. Scream's a one as well. You've got Scream 1, 2 and 3 in a box set, then Scream 4. Recently they reissued Scream 1, 2, 3 and still didn't put 4 and 4 in it. They made it a slimline box. Obviously there's elements of Scream 5 coming out, but yeah, it's weird. Franchises are really fucking weird. From Dusk Till Dawn came out, all three together, whack bang, there you go. Darkman, whack bang, there you go. Evil Dead, whack bang, there you go. Here's another one for you. The First Blood saga. Yes, Rambo, right? So you had Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they bring out Last Bullet, but they don't bring a box set out of all of them. The box set they bring out are First Blood and Last Blood in one. There's 2. Do you know what I mean? So it's really weird. There isn't a Predator 1 to 4 box set yet. Yet. I say yet. I'm sure yet. Maybe it's on 4K. But this is what I'm saying. It's like something really weirdly happens with rights in box sets, especially if the films get longer and longer and more. Why is it not a Jess Stone box set? For years, a customer bombarded my brain with like, where's the other Jess Stone movie? I'm like, alright, it's alright. I don't know who Jess Stone is now because you've just bombarded me. You could have said Magnum PI. You could have said Richard from Friends. You know, I do know who Tom Selleck is. Do you know what I mean? But for years, there was just the 3 movies, and now they've brought whatever was missing. Why don't you just bring a box set out? Do you know what I mean? All the same company, all distribution. Highlander, for example. Why is it not a Highlander? You walk in and you want to buy Highlander, you can get the 25th or 30th anniversary or Lambert standing on a blue cover. And then you can get Endgame, that's just been reissued. So Endgame's got the brand new age ratings and all that shit and cabazzle on it there, but you can't get Highlander 2, you can't get Highlander 3, there's 4 Endgame, Highlander 5 The Source, Jesus Christ, and then there's other ones like The Raven and all this kinds of stuff, but you know, you're not going to get Highlander 2 would be a very interesting one for someone like Arrow or someone to get it and release the Renegade cut, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of content. But also Highlander, on a different note, should get the fucking studio canal, with it being a studio canal, like the John Carpenter, like the sets they've been bringing out, like Total Recall. You know, Highlander deserves one of them. So back to Friday the 13th. You can't get many on their own. For years, Friday the 13th's been floating around with Jason on the front cover, and it's the original, and you think, he's not even in the fucking movie. And you know what I mean? It's that much pop culture. And it's part of them. The fucking Hyra's hair. Has that been stuck in my head the last 2 videos I filmed? Fucking molten dog. So yeah, talking about Friday the 13th. Yeah, they reissued it, and it was part of, like, they did a lot. The Lost Boys got a different cover. Exorcist got one, which is really cool, The Exorcist. Child's Play got one, and they've all got these new editions. Then they stick Jason on the front cover of the original. So the original was the only one available for a while on Blu-ray, and then you had Freddy vs. Jason, which is now discontinued, and you had Friday the 13th, the remake, which I believe is now discontinued. I haven't fucking seen that for a very long time. So when you talk about on DVD as well, the first one's there, and I shit you not, right? Nah, there's none. So stuff like Jason X not available. Freddy vs. Jason, I haven't seen that for a long time on a range. But these films do become discontinued, and they become quite rare. I mean, the VHS of the Friday the 13th are quite rare to get a hold of. So when the box set of 1 to 8 came out, which I believe is the New Line or the Paramount. Paramount. So this takes you all the way up. So this all takes you up before New Line took over. Right, okay. Crystal Lake Memories, that is totally fucking worth buying. So this is what, so Friday the 13th movie collection, Jason's on the front cover, Hockey Mask and Machete. That's fine, because he's in most of the box set. And it's 1 to 8. So Friday the 13th 1, Part 2, Part 3, The Final Chapter, Part 4, Part 5, sorry, Part 6, Jason Lives, The New Blood, and Jason Takes Manhattan. Okay. So you get it, and it's really worth buying this box set because, you know, obviously typical Paramount Blue. 2 gets its own. 2 seen in steelbook recently. Then the start. I think the start. Do they not double them up? Yeah. After number 4, they start doubling them up on the discs, and you get quite a lot of extra features across all the discs. To be honest with you, there's commentaries on. There's commentary tracks on every single one, which is great. Do you know what I mean? So again, if I was ever to revisit this as part of its podcast, to be doing it. I did listen to the commentary for the first one, because the first movie is quite short, but it's quite well filmed, the first one. Again, Crystal Lake Memories fills in a lot of stuff you need to know about the movies, and it's great to see some actors in great roles. And again, you know, there's a lot of famous actors in there. They haven't slapped Kevin Bacon's name on it. They haven't slapped Corey Feldman's name on it. Kane Hodder deservedly has his name on that. That came out, and I have never seen that, right? This is the thing about that box set, right? And that's the thing about that Music Magpie thing, is I have never fucking seen it to buy since that came out. It came out, we had 2 copies to sell, I bought one, and I believe Casper bought the other one, and it's never come back in. It got discontinued. Discontinued. Jump cut. You dickhead. Say a jump cut. Someone scratching at the door, weren't you? Hmm? Oh. Right, where was I? I'm going to stay there, eh? Change my top before I come. Lost my trail of thought, sorry. So yeah, box set, as I say, never seen it since. So if you didn't buy it on that day, you just didn't get it, and it got discontinued. Seen it on the website, so it was about £30 to buy, so not a bad price for 8 films. But yeah, just seeing it on Music Magpie for that cheap this morning, I'm like, what's wrong there? But totally worth buying. But the big box set, the big cube with some amazing artwork around it, and I know it went down to like £100, but still couldn't afford that. Don't have a multiplayer, believe it or not. So that was floating around. But see, that's also interesting because there you go, doesn't have all the way of the remaking. Like, you've got 1 to 8 there, then you've got this box set that has 9, 10, 11, 12 technically, if you want to call them all that. So yeah, I think it's a nice box set. Doesn't take too much space on your shelf. As I say, it'd be great to have the big Friday the 13th box set, because I really like Jason X. I went to the picture to see Jason X. And I think Jason X has some really interesting commentaries, and a really like early version of what Crystal Lake Memories could have been, the documentary on Jason X. I think that's really good. As I say, the commentary's quite good as well. I know it is what it is, for when it was what it was, but again, Freddy vs. Jason, not to have something very iconic, like special editions and stuff like that, it's just mental to think that they haven't done one like that as well. And I know a lot of people have been talking. There's that born down the stairs again. a lot of people have been talking about like there will be a new version, a new master of Friday the 13th Part 9. But again, it's just see the times. Comes out in America, doesn't come out in England. It's like Crystal Lake Memories, came out on Blu-ray in America. Done really well over here on DVD. But again, it come out at $10.99. And then it never gets a Blu-ray release. And you think, oh man, give us a Blu-ray release. Seeing the outtakes.
Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling?
Okay, so here in the outtakes, I finally have a drink and a cup of coffee. Hyra is chewing a bone now in the hallway. I just want to say, like anyone who watches this, it's great to interact with people, especially talking about, I mean, horror fans and stuff like that. And it's, I like talking about distribution all across the world. As I say, if you don't know this, and the first one you see, because I'm expecting Friday the 13th to open a lot of doors to people. You want to see me talk about each film, or you want to even see Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder appears on the channel if you check out. I think you definitely check out Jason X review. Kane Hodder pops up in that. But I've travelled all the way around the world looking for fucking movies, and it's like one of those things where I should have a multi-region player. I have a multi-region VHS player. Like some of these are American behind us, and I've watched them on my VHS player. The VHS player I bought though back in the day was ridiculous because I bought it because I needed auto dub. Did anyone know what auto dub is? You know, if you want to talk about going fucking random and outtakes. So back in the day when you would have a video camera, and you wanted to try and make home movies where you didn't have a computer, and you got to jack it into your VHS player and jack it into your telly, and you got to record your clip and stop, start, rewind, stop, start, rewind. That wasn't just right, retape over it, strain your tapes on both ends, and yeah, and then you plug in your hi-fi system, get this fucking song ready, hit auto dub, wipe all the audio, you can't have both. And yeah, that VHS player is still going. It was a great investment, and it nicely plays VHSs from all over the world. But yeah, as I say, I would love to have got that big box set of Friday the 13th. But again, £100 a lot, especially with some of the, again, if you're new to Lonely Train Entertainment, some of the random shit that goes on. I mean, just look behind us for a start. You know what I mean? It just gets random, totally random some days. So yeah, thanks for watching.